Well. Good morning. Good morning. Listen. Um, I'm here doing my assignment to go live. My 21-day challenge. This is Tina with Enrich by Tina. See how you get distracted. Here to help you get your whole life together, and I'm back again with another episode, another broadcast, would say. So, um, I'm doing something a little bit different this morning, trying to utilize my tools that I have not been using. So I see there's one person. I can't see who you are. Let me see if I can pull them over in the comments. Put something in the comments. You may have to give StreamYard permission or whatever for me to see who is live with me because I am in StreamYard. All right, Keisha, good morning. I am in charge of the girls. So yes, I am here doing my piece to get my whole life together here in real time. And you say, who is this girl? What is going on? I am Tina. I'm your CEO and founder of Enriched by Tina Wellness Company, here to help you get your whole life together. And I am doing that for myself in living color, live in the flesh. I'm getting my whole life together, real time. I'm bringing you in. I'm getting my accountability partners. As we talked about yesterday, we have a group. We have it's a group that Dr. Benita Brown is spearheading, that we'll meet in person, different places between Greensboro, High Point, and Winston-Salem area, because we have a lot of people that say, hey, we want to do this, we want to help you. So we taking the show on the road. We're going to be in those three areas, and she's going to map out what day, when we're going to be where, and all those types of things. And if this is something that resonates with you, and when we're in your city, or you want to come to her city is High Point, my city is Greensboro. If you want to come to any of those things, put it in the chat, count me in, so we can figure out who's going to be with us in this journey as you all help me get my whole life together. Because I decided I want to live, and I don't want to just live haphazardly. I want to live a prosperous life. I want to live a good life. What's going on, neighbor? I want to be in good health, as it says in John. Beloved, I I wish above all that you would prosper, be in good health. And so that's what I want to do. And so this morning, before I get, y'all know I get all hyped up. I want to talk about mindset matters, the transforming of our thought patterns and what we're doing. And so when you think about mindset is the key to everything. That's right. The doctor is in the house. I see you, Dr. Lejeune. That's my neighbor, y'all. That's my neighbor that sits beside me. But we ain't been able to catch each other because I've been on tour, but I got sidetracked. Um, Mindset matters. And so when you think about the matters of the mind, I think it's the uh African American the a terrible mind is a thing to waste. I can't. It's something like that. But yeah, our mind is a terrible thing to waste, because it is one of the most powerful muscles. Our brain is a very powerful muscle, and so when you think about this, it brought me to my my devotional I had this morning, and it talks about strengthening your thoughts can strengthen you, and I thought, wow. Strengthening your thoughts can strengthen you. So when you change your thought patterns and you change how you think, like that stinking thinking, when you begin to process that thing and think about it, it does give you the strength from within, because we know that life and death is in the power of the tongue. And if you want to live, um you need to speak those things that are positive, things that are going to bring life to you. And when you say things like, "Oh boy, this is working my nerves," or "This is frustrating me," or "Whoo, boy, every time I turn around, they always into something. They doing ABC." Well, you have gave life to the very thing that is frustrating you and getting you off course. So be very mindful and very careful of what you say and how you say it, because it definitely can change the trajectory of your life. And so when we look at Philippians 4 and 3, it says, "Fathering brothers and sisters, whatsoever is true, whatsoever is noble, whatsoever is right, whatsoever is pure, whatsoever is lovely, whatsoever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think on these things." And so when I think about that as a whole, think on these things. What things? He said things that were pure, things that was of a good report, things that was, that's what the King James version think. So whatsoever lovely, pure, and that be any virtue, be any praise. This is, I don't know what version this is, because it's in a it's in a devotional book, and it doesn't tell me. Oh, it's the NIV version. So the NIV version says what I just read. And so how often do you think about what you're thinking about? And I know you're like, what you saying? Like, how often do you think about what you're thinking about? Have you, and I want you to put this in the chat, and those that's catching this on the replay, please put it in the chat and I'll come back and respond. Have you ever thought about what you're thinking? Have you ever thought about how your thoughts and patterns change your life and shape your day? Like if you get up and say, "Oh, I'm so mad," and when I get to work, my boss just gets on my nerves and make me sick, and this, or whatever the situation. Well, now you have given life to the very thing that you're saying uh you don't want to deal with, but because you have spoken out of your mouth, um you bring life to that thing. And so when you think about this, um when you thinking wrong things, and when you say, "Oh, so and so, oh, she just honey, she just like that," but have you ever thought that your word have been given, have been planted as a seed, and the more you water it with the words of negativity, the more you're giving strength and you're giving growth and you're giving life to that what you're saying. So guess what? I do believe that your thoughts can your thoughts can strengthen you when you use the right words. So I just stopped by today to say, what are you doing? What are you feeding your mind? What are you saying? And so when you think about Romans 12 and 2, where it talks about do not conform to this world, right? But be ye transformed by doing what? Renewing your mind. Um, Wait a minute. I'm over here. Y'all know I done hit a button. I don't know what happened. I was trying to read the comments, but I'll just read y'all comments later. If you comment, I'll comment on what you're saying. Because you're right. Yeah. Yeah. So every morning you have to get up and ask the Lord to renew your mind. Because if you don't, you'll get stuck in that ever vicious cycle of something's wrong with me. I'm not good enough. All the other things that we trick, that the trick of the enemy tells us, and we keep those thoughts. And like I shared yesterday, I'm still peeling back the layers of the bigger you get, the ugly you are. You know, and that's far from the truth. But if I don't keep feeding myself with the right words, I will keep believing that the bigger I get, the uglier I get, because that's what was told to me. And so when you think about these things, when you think about your thoughts and circumstances and situations, eh, you can change your life. You can change your you know, your how you view your situation. Like your situation may stay the same, but if you don't shift your mind, you'll stay stuck in that situation. Like if you know that being around ABC is not a good thing for you, then guess what? You shouldn't. Yes, you have to pour into yourself every day. Feed into you. Pour those good things. And that's where these affirmations come in. You have to say, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am beautiful. I am enough. Today I'm going to make right choices because that's what I'm in the process of changing my mindset and the way that I look at food. If I'm not hungry, then don't eat, Tina. That's why I have to say that. Just because it's out there doesn't mean you have to do it, right? It does not mean that you have to give into what's at the table. Like I was at a cookout yesterday, and shout out to Teresa who called me on my business, and of course my daughter Kendra who's always in my business about it because I'm her mom. Last week being in the ER for hours, and they was debating it, whether looking at some things and trying to decide whether or not I had a stroke or a heart attack because of the way the blood pressure was blood pressuring. um but I didn't, and if I did there was no evidence. You know what I mean? So guess what? I have to remember I was in that ER 169 over 114. Those are stroke level things. So I if it didn't do nothing but to get me to change my mind about how I'm looking at food and how I'm looking at life, baby, it flashed right before my very eyes. So guess what? I have to make a decision. I have to change my mindset because mindset do matter and it do transform what your life can be. So my devotional today was your thoughts can strengthen you, and they certainly can, because when you think about what you're thinking about, because I asked that first question, how often do you think about what you're thinking about? And if you're constantly rehearsing what he did, what she did, what they did, and you make that your focus, your day is going to be consumed with all that negativity. Yes, mindset over matter. It because mindset matters. And so when you think about that, brings me to Philippians. I read Philippians 4:8. Now it brings me to 2 Corinthians 10:5 that talks about taking captive of every thought and making it to the obedience of Christ. So who Christ says you are. He says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and made for what? In his image. So if you're made in God's image and he says that you're fearfully and wonderfully made, and then he comes back and says, my beloved, above all, I want you to prosper and be in good health. Why am I sitting around here? Oh, I got a headache. Oh, my body. Yeah, my body do ache. Yes, my body has some things that I need to do, but I have to change the way that I'm thinking about this. So as you go about today, I want you to think about how mindset shifts you, change you, and how you have to show up for yourself, because mindset do matter. So you got to not be conformed to this world. I don't care what's going on in this world right now, even the climate that we're living in, and all the changes and all the stuff. We don't have to conform to that. We don't have to participate. We don't have to participate in any of these things that's happening. But what we do have to do is bear down in prayer and ask God to touch those things, whose people and places and things that are making those things. The Bible says, obey those who have rule over you and have charge over you. And our government and the president, and they have a certain amount of jurisdiction over us, but God. That's right. But God is the ruler of this world, right? He is in control of everything that we do. So let's remember today that if we are going to change our trajectory, we got to change our mindset. And so, as you know, I'm in real time changing my mindset about food. And so back to what I was saying before I can get over there to the left on a wild goose chase. Shout out to Latrice. We were at a cookout and I was just I just gonna wild out because I'm at the cookout. But I did say if you're my friend and you with me and I'm making a bad choice, call me out. And so I wanted to eat about 4 or 5 pieces of the cake. Eat the cake, Anime. Anime wanted to eat the cake. And Cassandra Morgan put her foot in it. And then I was like, my other good friend made a cake because make sure. And I'm like, well, I'm just gonna leave that cake in the car because I'm gonna bring it back home. And they was like, you will not bring the cake out. She made the cake for you to give to the people. So why are you going to hoard over the daggone cake? Like that was just not the thing. If I'm trying to change the trajectory of my health, then I have to make some decisions. So I had already had 2 hot dog buns, right? And therefore, and I had 1 piece of cake. Therefore, I did not need to try to take the whole other cake home. So I did. I released the cake out of my car, and hence I did not bring any of it back, but just the crumbs that was in the cake plate. Um, and that was it. And so I may taste a little bit of those crumbs today, just a little bit, and that'll be enough to um feel the need to want the sweets because y'all know I'm the cookie cake pie girl. And so I took some of the vegetables. So I have vegetables and salad and the fruit. So I didn't I didn't overindulge because there was cupcakes there. I mean, man, I could have went in. But I thank God that I had people there who didn't just say, go ahead, eat the cake, Anime. You at a cookout. It doesn't really matter. Guess what? We're gonna always have food situations. We're gonna always have those circumstances. So guess what? Let's not get bogged down with, oh my God, I gotta have it. So let's begin to reshape and rethink our mind. Let's be not conformed to this world, is Romans 12:2. Let's make whatsoever thing that are pure, lovely, just, admirable, that's of a good report, which is Philippians 4:8. Let's think on those things. And then let's go with Corinthians 10:5, where we talked about taking captive of every thought and bringing it into the obedience of Christ. So when we do those types of things and we make those right choices, then we can begin to discipline ourselves in such a way that when we start to speak these negative things that come, because for every negative thought you need to cancel it out with 2 positive thoughts. So don't believe the lies of the enemy because they're not true. So I'm going to close here with this. Stop holding back um and on the things that God is calling you to do. I don't know why that just came. Somebody may be listening. You may be thinking and teeter-tottering about something that you want to do. And then the enemy comes with, you can't. That's the lies from the pit. So I want you to start reshaping, rethinking, retraining yourself, your thought patterns. Because when you when you have your thoughts are positive, your thoughts can strengthen you. And you want to be strengthened into the things of God. And so here's a prayer that I'm going to leave with you right here from my devotional books. I didn't make this up. So, Father, I don't want to pour any more effort into negative thinking. Help me direct my mental energy into positive ways that strengthens me in Jesus' name. So remember that prayer. You no longer want to participate in pouring into the negative things. So tomorrow, tune in as I talk about the power of choice. So let me tell you something. This thing blessed me. So you want to tune in, and I'm gonna be up early. So y'all know I'm getting up, I'm getting better and better. And so tonight, so as soon as I do this broadcast, I'm gonna go ahead on and set the timer on my StreamYard, because this is the service. I'm no longer wasting my time or my money. So I will be coming to you live straight from my studio. As they say, straight from my studio. So I will go ahead on. I'm getting accountable, my accountability people saying, okay, plan this stuff out. I already got it in my head. I got to get it on a piece of paper. So that's one of my things that I'm putting forth the effort. As I get better, as I get wisdom and insight. So don't forget, I did not forget. We are on the journey to free her. I'm working on a location to start this brunch, and you will be getting some information soon about the Free Her brunch, which then gonna lead to the Free Her conference, which we're gonna do on a cruise. So yes, we got some good things on. So that's why I got to get my life together, because I have to live to be able to bring these things to you. So thank you all for tuning in with me this morning. I'll be back same time, which will be, I'm trying to get it all together. I'm trying to which will be earlier, which which will be probably between 5:45, 6 o'clock. That's the time frame I'm shooting for, and then that gives me a good 15 minutes to talk to you, get ready. That will fall right in to our morning nudge that we are up at 6:30, because a lot of you are part of the sister circle. Yes, girl, I got a studio now. I'm coming in from the studio. So talk to you later. See you guys in the morning, and we're going to talk about the power of choices. Have a great rest of your day. Be blessed.